Hi guys, how are you? Sorry, I'm a bit famished, so I'm having some rice crackers. Nippon, Nippon. So in case you're wondering, this is directly from Japan. Yeah. Okay. Hi Logify, how are you? Hi Jack. Hi David K. Hi Dennis. Good to see y'all. Hi Robert. How are you? Okay, it looks something like this. I'm gonna open it up later on, and you can actually see. Well, basically, it's made of rice. Hi Calibar. Okay, it's made of non-glutinous rice, soybean, sugar, honey, a bunch of chemicals, spice, and all sorts of chemicals, seafood extract powder containing mackerel, salt, starch, seasoning, paprika, caramel, and a whole lot of other chemicals, I guess. Why am I eating this? I don't know. This is nice. Alright, hold on. Let's open it up. I should actually break it up first because it's gonna be hard to swallow. So what I do is I, break it out into little pieces, and then it looks something like this. Okay, so this is the rice cracker. So how does it taste? It tastes okay. You can see a texture inside, right? Yeah. This is like a food live stream. Sweet. Okay, it's not salty. It's sweet. Oh, very nice. Hi, Mark. I wasn't planning on having a live stream, so this is like a spur of the moment thing because I just finished the review of the Strat Master, the Marshall Strat Master, because I had to finish it by today because it's going back to the shop. So I'm just waiting for the Governor, which I think will be a good pedal, but it's not in stock yet, so I have to wait for it to come, to Singapore anytime now. I'm good. Awesome, Dennis. So can you tell me what's with the acronym? Like, I know Harley Benton. That's a Strat 62 DXLOWST. What's that? Hi, Leonardo Salas from Ecuador. Wow. So good. So I had this just now. This is like peanuts wrapped inside a sort of a wheat flour thing. Really nice. This goes down well with beer actually, which I'm not having tonight, unfortunately. I'm making you hungry. Hey, thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for your support. Yeah, thank you all for being part of this channel, basically, because guys like you actually gave me the encouragement when I needed it. A couple of guys who I want to thank, and most of you guys are here, you know, and I don't think I can manage to keep at it for 4 years now, you know, if not for the friendship of you guys, you know. Friends come and go in life, as you all might know, you know. And it's the same here in the YouTube world, because I had guys in the earlier days who were so supportive, and then you know, they moved on to other stuff, you know. And I have a bunch of guys. I mean, some of you guys have been around with me for quite a long time, you know. You know, Robert is one of them. I know that Carlos is one of them. Bear, right? Of course, there is Richard, and even you, Mark, and my Logify especially, right? And there's one more, Oren Quest, right? So you guys have been with me for like the longest time, and I'm so blessed to have you guys keeping me company sometimes, and at times like this, you know, when I do a live stream and you guys come and then, you know, hear me out and hear me when I gripe like an old man. Yeah, and you sharing me with sharing stuff with me, so that I can also learn and progress from there. Yeah. Hi, Martin. Hi, Morris Friday, right? Morris Friday from Tennessee. Wow, cool. That's one place I haven't been yet, you know. Yeah, I should make it a point to head on down. Pistachios, yes, I love pistachios. Okay, so since you guys are at it, I'll have another one. Okay, I got it, Dennis. Yeah. I just got some insider news that Harley Benton is coming up with some new guitars for their anniversaries, and they're looking really good. You know, I can't tell you a whole lot because it's supposed to be a hush-hush thing. All I can say is that they look real good. And to celebrate their, how many years of anniversary? What's 10? Well, no, I don't think it's 10. 5, 6, maybe 10 anniversary, 10-year anniversary. Guitars are looking really good. You know, they have a couple of models, and then they kind of launch some of the newer electroacoustic models, which looks really nice. And they came up with a Degen guitar, a 7-string, I think. Looks really cool too. Yeah. Hi, Dwight. Hi. Hi, graphite and cigars. Interesting. Calibar, I just got my PRS Ariza Verde. It was what I hoped it would be. Fantastic guitar. Oh, cool. The Ariza Verde is a really good guitar. That I can say. You should, Ben. You should try one. One of these days. You know, they're affordable. Well, my thoughts about the Harley Benton guitars is that if you're starting out playing guitars, or even if you're a working musician and you don't want to buy or to procure an expensive guitar, like, you know, that will break your bank, you know, will get you in trouble with your wife, the Harley Benton is a good working guitar in many sense of the word, because what you have is a very affordable guitar, like for example the Strat that Dennis just bought. It's usable, you know. Sometimes because of the price, right? Because of the price that these guitars are going for, certain things are lacking. Like for example the pickups, you know. But there are a couple of guitars that I bought from Harley Benton, especially the Fusion Pros. They have really good guitars. I mean, they have really good pickups too, and good appointments. You know, good tremolo system. good nut. I have no problem with the Harley Benton nuts at all, actually, because all what I did was I kind of like widen them a little bit, so that it doesn't get caught up when I'm using the tremolo arm. I had to get rid of a lot of string trees. But then the good thing is that for certain models like the Fusion Pro, they come in with the roller string trees, which is so good. And I never did change any of them. I just left it there. Electronic wise, they work, but I can't vouch for how long they will last. But I have a couple of Harley Bentons that I have for like 4 years now, and it work great. I mean, there's no problem with the electronics of the guitars. But I have to be honest with you, I do not have any Harley Benton right now. I do have one more. I have one more. I actually sold a lot of it because I some of these are like sent to me for review, and I don't play degen, I don't play heavy metal, so some of the guitars I sell. The oldest guitar that I had was the TE 52, if I'm not mistaken, the black paisley. I love that guitar a lot. I even have like Seymour Duncan's put in. I have 2 Fusion Pros, and all this I've sold away because I need to make room for for the space here, or I need to make space for the room or whatever. You know what I mean. So I do not have any Harley Benton now except for the ST62, which has the anodized pickguard. Yeah. So, am I right? Anodized, anodized, and anodized, anodized pickguard. So that I have it still, but I'm passing it to a good friend who is a pastor in Kathmandu. So he was a good friend of mine, my classmate in my Bible school in years gone by, and his son was looking for electric guitar, so I thought I'll just bless him with one. So I'll just pass him that guitar. Yeah, just to be honest with you guys, so that just to get that clear away. What is this? Dwight, hey, hi. Martin, I have a USA American Performer Mustang bass, a good short scale bass for beginners. And you? I have a maybe later on I'll take it down. It's a Moses bass. It has a graphite neck, EMGs. That's the story behind it. But I'm going to tell you later on. I'll bring it down later to just let you see. Jack Collins, I have a Harley Benton PRS copy that I put Seymour Duncan. You're talking about a CST. Yeah, it is a great guitar. I used to have that too, and I sold it away. Mark, I really like the look and sound of a signature guitar. Way out of my league, being retired, but it's sweet. Oh yeah, Mark. Every time I just can't wait to do a review of pedals. That's why I do reviews of pedals, because I love pedals, especially overdrive and compressor pedals. But every time I review these pedals, I look forward to, because I am looking forward to playing the Paoletti and the what you call that, the James Tyler. These are all my favorite guitars. My Fender Strat, my Nick Johnston, and all these guitars. So the only time I get to play them is when I'm reviewing like gears, like overdrive pedals and whatnot, amplifiers or whatever effects. And sometimes just for the heck of it, I'll just play and just get out of my system. But that seldom happened. So yeah, it's a great guitar. The Paoletti has a distinct sound by its own. I'm sure you can hear through that video which I just released. In case you guys don't know, it has a very distinct sound, and it's kind of hard to control because of its nature. It's a semi-solid, and in any case, there's an F hole there, and it gets a little bit resonant at certain places. So the pickups are wonderful. Okay, I'm not blowing my own horn about this guitar. This is my signature guitar, but that's the guitar that it is. The pickups are so nice that it kind of like merges well with that kind of semi-hollow character of the body, and that's what I love about it. And it's clean. The one thing that I discovered is that it's clean sounding, even though I'm playing like an overdrive or solo or anything. It's just every note can be heard. It's so articulate, that I have to play really carefully because every mistake will be highlighted too. So it's a double-edged sword, So I just love that guitar to bits. Anyway, okay, David K. I treated myself after a long time searching. I found an Epiphone original 1959 Coronet. Ooh, save out and finally found one and pull the trigger. Plays that better. Cool, nice. Where do you find Harley Benton guitars? You live in Canada, so I'm not so sure. Well, I have a lot of Canadian friends who buys Harley Benton. They are only available online. There are no dealers. There's no shop where you are, whether it's in Vancouver or Toronto or wherever you are. There's no shop that carries Harley Benton. Sorry, excuse me while I'm combing my hair. You can only get it online. So head on to Thoman, THOMAN, and then search for Harley Benton guitars, and you'll be presented with a whole list of guitars from Harley Benton. Yeah. Lord, I need to cut my hair. It's too long. Anyway, yeah, you can only get it online, and the delivery is pretty reasonable these days. It was really bad during the COVID period because it just ran way up high, David K. just had to be a little vague regarding the price. That's me. Now for the years, no more new old ones for me. I hit 12 guitars now. That's plenty, is it? Oh yeah. 12 guitars is mighty plenty. I would stop at 3 if I can, but I have more than 12, but I'm the last one to comment about this. But you should start at 4 or 5 maximum, Dwight, I just got me a new Epiphone Nighthawk. Wow. The Gibson version would cost too much. It's good to share. Oh yeah, it is. Reverb now has Harley Benton. Oh really? Reverb has Harley Benton. I don't think so. I think like Reverb sells pre-loved Harley Bentons. Funky Bass UK. I picked up a 89 made in Japan Allville. Wow. By Gibson Les Paul. Oh, here in Singapore? A couple of weeks ago. After coming here a couple of years ago, I noticed used MIJ. Oh yeah. You hit the spot, Funky Bass. I have 2 guitars here at the back of me that was passed to me by Mel from EMEA Singapore. So in case you don't know where is EMEA, they're in Peninsula Shopping Center. So if you're based in Singapore, you should know the place. They're the ones who carry Paul-Lady guitars, but they also sell MIJ Fender guitars, and but these are not like all brand new, because they have a dealer or someone who sourced for them nice guitars in Japan. So these are all made in Japan Fender guitars. Some of them are in immaculate conditions. Some of them are pre-loved. Some of them are spanking new. So yeah, he brought 2 over. So I haven't opened up the gig bags yet. I don't even know how they look like. Yeah, we're gonna play it through later on, and yeah, you're in luck. So yes, and I bought my made in Japan 50 traditional white Strat with great ceramic pickups, and I love this guitar to bits. And it cost me like $1,000. I could even get it lower if I bargain a little bit more, but I had it for $1,000. I think it's a steal because the guitar is so well made, and it's one of my favorite Stratocaster. Yeah. Martin, do you like a Fender Artisan Stratocaster custom shop? Wonderful. I would love it, but the thing is, I don't see myself paying that amount of money for that. Oh really? You can? No, that's great. But I don't know how does this work. Oh, they have a warehouse in USA now. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So who was asking this now? David, was it David? Ben, right? Ben, you can get it from the States then. You can get it from Reverb. Yeah, it's nearer. So where was I? Yeah, I don't see myself paying for a custom shop guitar, especially from Fender or from Gibson. I'd rather spend that money to buy something else. For example, a James Tyler guitar. Yeah, so I am in love with the James Tyler guitar. With the way it is, the way it sounds, the way it plays. So yeah, I would rather spend money on that. And for me to spend like a couple of grand, like 7,000 for a James Tyler made in the USA, that is also out of the question for me because I find it to be too expensive. So I'm thinking of procuring the Japanese made ones because the yen has gone down. So I think it's a good time for me to get another one, because the one I have, the translucent blue, that's pre-loved, but that is in really great condition, and I just wanted something else, so I'm seriously contemplating on that. And you guys have seen the video that I did for the Carmelita, the custom shop Gibson Les Paul 59 traditional. That guitar is like crazy. That's like 16,000, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it what, 14,000? Something like that, right? And I don't see myself paying that amount of money for a guitar like that. Even though I love the guitar, I play on it, and what I just said on the video, it's true. It just feels good. It just sounds great. And it's one of the nicest Les Paul I ever played, bar none. I think the one closest to this guitar, in my opinion, would be my classic, my Les Paul. What is this? 89 or 95 or 92 Les Paul classic. Yeah, that would come really close, and that one has an even more traditional feel compared to this Carmelita. Because the Carmelita has a burstbuckers, two burstbuckers. My Les Paul Classic has PFs that was wound by my godson Wayne. So he has these two PF really nice humbuckers that I thought just suited the Les Paul Classic to a T. Yeah. Anyway, Alician Oztuck? Where are you from, Alician? Have I heard of Cassiopeia? Yes, I have heard of Cassiopeia. They're an amazing jazz fusion band in Japan. Yeah, I heard them. I grew up with them, in fact. Yeah. Cassiopeia actually recorded an album here in Singapore when I was doing some sessions in this studio called Form Singapore. Yeah, when I was working, I was doing session there, and they were here in Singapore to record an album, a couple of songs, I guess. Yeah, we saw them here in Singapore, in the studios. Ben, also I've been looking at the newer PRS SE models coming out recently, and was wondering what your thoughts were on them, and you had a favorite. I was really intrigued by. Well, that's the question that I cannot answer because I have no opportunity to test out the DGT. Yeah, so they will snap up really fast. So I don't know what's the hype about. I've not tried any DGT, whether it's a Core or whether it's a SE. So I'm just waiting for Miss Jeanette to provide me provide me one. Anyone when they come in stock. Graphite and cigars. John, you can get MIJ Neo Fenders in Singapore. Yes, you can. Couple of places. Swilly, yeah, you can look for them there. I think there's another one called Sound Alchemy, in Peninsula. And then of course you can check out Amiya Singapore. But they have a couple of models there. So yeah, these are all made in Japan Fenders. Swilly, it's touch and go because sometimes they do not have the stock, but when they do have the stock, then it's all brand new. So yeah, you can check them out. What is that? Hey guys, since you're here, hit the like button. You're on the 29 of you guys here, so there's only 16 likes. So hit the like button. And if you want to buy me coffee, do the super chat, sticker, whatever. Yeah, if you want to buy me coffee, that is. If you want to buy me something else, something harder, yeah, why not? Dennis, River just started with a new HP a couple of weeks ago. The price is slightly higher, but not enough to matter. Okay, cool. Ben, it's good to hear. I don't know how base has changed and duties would be for Toman. Yeah, you gotta check with your area, because when I ordered from Toman, I'll be charged GST. So yeah, you gotta be mindful of the fact that there will be a taxation at the country of delivery. Hi Mika, from India. Which part of India? Dennis, you have the advantage of a guy, Wayne, that can turn any guitars to spaceship. Yeah, I love him. He's such an adorable. I wanted to call him a kid, but he's no more a kid. He's so passionate about guitar, just like me. I think even more so than me. And he's gone back to playing at night now. Apart from being a luthier, he's a musician right now. So I think he just gotta get it itch out, and it's hard because you gotta play at night, and then he's got to work as a luthier. He's got a kid. You got spend time with a kid. Yeah, I'm just seeing how it pans out for him. I just hope everything pans out for him in a way that it's viable for him to do two things at one time, if it's possible. Hi Bono, you're from Holland. Nice. Rick, I miss my Electra 335 from the 70s. Electra 335. Wow, that's interesting. My Logify, I'm trying the new Neuro DSP plugin. It sounded pretty good and close to the real amp, but 100 euros for it, I found it a little expensive. I don't know. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay for 100 euros. It's not really that expensive, but it's up to you. Yeah, I might want to get my hands on the Neuro floorboard. We'll see how it goes, because there's stock right now in Singapore, so we'll see how it goes. What? COC4? Sorry. Hi John, I'm interested in the Classic Vibe Tally. Any recommendation for other brands? Classic Vibe, you can try Edwards. They're from ESP, so they're all made in Japan. And if you can find one, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they're discontinued any models that have anything to do with the Fender headstock, because yeah, they were asked to stop. So if you can find any in the market, that'll be a great affordable tally to get from. I would rather you buy that than to get a Squire. The fact is, it is very well made because it's made in Japan. The workmanship is good. The pickups are really happening. Rick, what? Matsumoku guitarist in the 60s. Whoa. Talking about history here. West Bengal, Mike. Okay. I don't know where it is. Mississippi Blues. Hi John and all. I just got the Eastman T489 thin line. Do you have any? No, I have no experiences with the thin line. So sorry. Graphite and cigars. I just got the Wampler. Wow. Timus Deluxe pedal. Really enjoy it so far. Have you tried one yet? No, I'm not. Have I? I don't think so. No. I tried a couple of Wamplers pedals, but not the Timus. Tumnus. Dennis, if you order 3 guitar at one time, the shipping is cheaper per guitar. I paid 121 for 3, meaning $40 each, and that's cheap. Ahmed El Naga, El Naga, yeah. Hi John, which guitar you pick up and play the most, and how do you like your string action? Love you. Thank you so much. That's a tough question because the guitars that you see here are all my favorite guitars. The one that I will pick up most right now at this current moment would be the James Tyler. The Paoletti will come in close second. My string action is like not really low. It's about medium. Yeah. Maybe medium high. Yeah. Because I when I bend my strings, I tend to go under the string, so I need the action to be adequately enough so that I can, have my fingers digging under. David K, I would take an Eastman over Gibson. Oh, nice. It's a clone. It's a Cleon clone. Really done. I'll bet. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. The Quad Cortex. I'm gonna try it and see what's the hype about. Wayne swears by it. So, and my other godson, Marcus is thinking of getting one too. So I thought I'd give it a go and see what's the hype about. I just hope that it's not gonna be complicated, like the Fractal. Those are really complicated. Yeah. In any case, let's open up specs. Oh wait, I'll show you the bass first, which is kind of tricky. All right, so this is a bass that I have. It's a Moses bass. It could be I don't know, it could be I don't know, it could be a Frankenstein thing, but the neck is from Moses. This is a graphite neck, so I don't have to worry about it getting warped or stuff like that. Really nice machine heads, right? 4-string and EMG pickups, and then you have a shelving kind of EQ, which is really nice, and 2 volume parts. Yeah, nice brass bridge. It stays in tune really well too. I'm not a bass player per se, but it's a really nice. I can slap, save my life. I can slap someone, but not a bass. Anyway, this is the bass that I'm using. All right. All right. let's open up this new one. What is the relation? What with my Tokai 335? What's the question, Rick? I don't get you. Dennis, I'm working on 2 kit guitars and 3 mandolins now. What do I do in my time? Hey, I'm interested in a mandolin. Yeah, I'm looking for a good mandolin. I have a mandolin from Harley Benton. I haven't actually recorded with it yet, so yeah, well, I'll see. Georges bonjour. Hello from France. If you had to choose between Schecter Nick Johnston SSS and Schecter PT Special, which would you choose? I would choose the Nick Johnston, obviously, because I play with the tremolo arm. If I don't have the desire to play on a tremolo system, then I'll get the PT Special. Yeah, which I have. I have both guitars anyway. So Mika Moore Yellow Comp Nuex Sculpture TC. I don't know because I never tried any one of them. So sorry. Ahmed, I just picked that Schecter Nick Johnston as you said, send it back. Why? You send it and had to send it back. Too many uneven frets. Oh. Logify, what's the deal with this Joseph Daniels? Yeah, maybe, yeah. You know what I mean. Funky Basis UK. Very nice space. Thank you. Metataro, hello and good evening from Vienna, Austria. Wow. Guten Tag? Or is it guten Nick? Is it in the daytime right now in Vienna? David K, I said not Joseph. I can read music, and if the type is accurate, I should go with that if I can. David, is this Joseph guy talking to you? Because what I see is message retracted, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm really careful about guys that spam this chat, this live stream. We have a couple of nitwits, you know. So yeah, pardon me if I'm, yeah. Anyway. And D-Minute, hey John, have you tried the Chord Core series acoustic guitars? Really enjoying Blackwood. Yeah, a lot of times, Logify. He says like retracted his messages a lot of times. Oh, so it's good Nick. Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to find out, Joseph. No. Your phone is getting time to get a new phone. Ben, if you could only play one amp for the rest of your life, my God. Wow. The deluxe, the Fender DeVille. Yeah. The Fender Hot Rod DeVille. That will be the amp. Bono Music. I'm playing with a Hot Rush pedal board on stage for 2 years, still waiting to try it out. Okay. For who to try it out? For me? Rick, have you made any changes to your Tokai? No, I have not made any. It's stock. Yeah, it's all stock. The only thing that I did recently was to clean it up and polished it. Okay, Joseph. I hear you. I'm just wondering what's happening because, you know, what was the better guitar, the Collector's Choice, Gibson, or the... For me, I think it's the Collector's Choice. Yeah, even though it's like, you know, it's way expensive, it just felt good playing it, yeah. That must be very frustrating, Joseph. What phone is that? Is it an iPhone or Samsung? Graphite and cigar was so close. I was thinking about. Oh, okay. 8 p.m. Try Eastman. I got 515 vintage varnish. Yes, bright sound playability. The 815 is a real good one, but I don't see a quality difference in the price increase. Okay, let's see what this is. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. Oh, the Pauletti. So this is the blue one with wow, this is nice. Wait, just send me the specs actually. Let's take a look at the specs. No, he didn't send me the specs for this. I can't know what this is. This is a Pauletti with a single coil with yeah, with the wooden pickup cover. I think this is the rock pickup from Pauletti, which is really nice. Yeah, the OEM, yeah, their own tremolo system. Now they have this on silver. The pick guard is on silver. These are brass, but you know, silver plated. So same thing with the back plate. So I think that the silver goes really nicely with this blue. There's some shades of silver here. Nice. Yeah, same kind of neck. These are the Clusen Deluxe, and I think these are rosewood. Yeah, it's a rosewood fretboard. Very nice. Cool. Alright, we can try this later on. Yeah, wait. It's okay, Joseph. I wasn't angry too. I was just worried about like what's happening because I'm seeing your message getting retracted and all. So that's the only question I have for Logify. By the way, Logify is my moderator, so I want you know, if you guys could just thank him for the work that he's doing, like you know, keeping all the spam out. Whoa. Okay, so you guys wanted a made in Japan fender, so this is a made in Japan fender. This is, I believe, the hybrid. Yeah, I believe this is the hybrid. So cool, right? The headstock. I love this headstock because this is like the old traditional headstock that they used to have, which contributes to the tone. In case you all don't know, this is the made in Japan hybrid 50s Stratocaster. Alder body, maple neck, yeah, maple fretboard. It's got a satin urethane finish. That's cool. Not glossy at all. Not really glossy, you know. U-shaped neck. Oh, nice. 9.84 inches fret radius. Medium jumbo frets. We got the Fender USA Vintage Stratocaster pickups all the way for 3. Okay, that's about it. Very straightforward, traditional. But this is a hybrid Strat. I like the tuners. The tuners looks really good. You see your tuners? Yeah. Again, at his stock, this is really nice. Yeah. Nice. Oh man, this is struck with 09s. What a shame. You know what is a hybrid? I think the hybrid is the hybrid stands for the fact that this is a 2-point synchronized tremolo instead of a 6 traditional screws. This is a 2-point, and slightly floated. Nice. Yes, let's try the other pickup. Not bad actually. Still in tune. Okay, last pickup. Zero nines. It's a pain. You know, such a pain. Ooh. Cool. Nice. Want to know the price? Sorry, I haven't been answering your questions. Hold on, let me get back to you. What's the price like? What? No price? Yeah, I don't know a price, so I'll have to ask him tomorrow. Cool, right? Nice guitar. Alright. Let's try the Pauletti. Hopefully this is not 09s. Great. Pauletti, you cannot deny the fact that these are all really great guitars. I just digging it. It just sounds so good. It sounds very different from my signature model. As I told you before, because of the hollow, the half hole, the semi-solid thing, it just, yeah, it's different. But the Strats are really nice sounding. Anyway, I can only hope to get another one, but Okay, so where were you guys? What's this? Jonathan, this is the first Road One guitar I ever fell in love with. The relic on that really goes well with that color. Is it Brazilian or Indian? It's pretty dark rosewood, look like Brazilian, but I think it's Indian rosewood. It's really hard to get Brazilian rosewood nowadays. Hi, Yomas. I hope you're still around. Rick, what's the most strange guitar that you ever played? Interesting. Most strange guitar that I ever played. Not really, because I don't think I played any. Well, maybe the Flying V. That's because I don't usually play Flying Vs. That was experience. Yeah. See for more for me, huh? Anyway. Oh no! It's not for you. So nice, yeah. Fender USA had issues with the MIJ line because they were better quality. Oh yeah, obviously we knew that a long time ago. I knew that back in the 80s. They were making great guitars back then, for Japan. If I were compared to a meat, it would probably be Spam. I like Spam, Dennis. I think Spam is great, I especially love the one with the bacon. Oh. Anyway, It's 12:19 midnight. Okay, good night. I think he's gone anyway. Fender for me by Mika. Georges, bonjour. Thanks a lot for your answer before. I have another question. If you had to choose a Stratocaster or Telecaster guitar for 1,200, which one would you recommend? Euros? I would get a Edwards. Yeah, I would get an Edwards. If you can find one, yeah. Which you can still find one, yeah. Get an Edwards. If I could find a left-handed MIG, I would buy it in a second. Of course you would. The Strat makes you think of a Jimmy at Woodstock. Yeah, reverse. Then it'll be exactly like Jimmy's Strat. Hey, Tommy. Yes. Rick, made in Japan versus made in USA. Any difference in the price for you in Singapore versus US in Canada? I still don't get your don't get a question, Rick. What are you trying to say? What is it cheaper for us to get a made in Japan versus a US? Yes, it is. It's much cheaper. Yeah. Calabar, he doesn't. Calabar, I'm kind of new on your channel. Do I run a music store? No, I don't. I don't. Thank God. Yeah, no, I don't. How many you think? Okay. That got some twang. Sure does that Fender thing. Yeah, he does. Nice crack sound. Yeah, but it's 09s. You know, if it's 010, oh man, that would be so good. Thank you, Dennis. You're such a sweetheart. Okay. Yeah. Guillermo, love this guitar. Yeah, sounds so good. Yeah. What's your band's name? Would like to hear. I don't have a band. Sorry. Ahmed, love that Strat pickup sound. Yeah, nice, huh? Young Cluck, hi from Japan. Hi from France. Bonsoir. John, what do you think of Fender opening a giant 4-star retail store in Japan? Are they? Sure hope so. That'll be like all made in Japan guitars. Ah. Rick, what is your setup in the room? Amp and effects. Amp is here. This is the good lord, I forgot the model. This is an orange. What is this? This is orange. Oh my god, what is this? This is an orange Super Crash 100. Yeah. So this orange is from Davis. Yeah. Great amp, transistor amp. So I don't use this for my reviews. I use a different setup, mostly through the Line 6 native Helix 96 native Line 6 Helix native plugin, right? So what you're hearing just now is all from the amp, and I'm using a compressor from Nuex. This is a Matsumi. It's a compressor and a booster built in one. I'm using the amp's reverb, and that's it. Yeah, very stripped down. Hi Keith, good morning, Joe-san. 9 walk-in. Have you ever tried a boutique amplifier, something point to point hardwire? Ta-da! I'm so blessed to have this because my former boss bought this. This is the Mesa Boogie Transatlantic 30. So he bought this, he didn't use it, and then he gifted to me. You know, yeah, I'm so blessed to have such a good friend, such a kind friend, generous friend. And apart from this, he also gave me his Les Paul, you know, which is like the traditional Pro, which is a great guitar anyway. But this is the one that I use a lot of time because I try to use this amp, especially when I'm reviewing pedals. Yeah, nice. Apart from this, no, I don't have the space nor the money to own a Bogner, to own my favorite DeVille, Fender Hot Rod DeVille. Too big, you know. There's no space here. Yeah. Graphite. If you come across a left-handed MIG, have them hold and call me, please. Right. If the Japan store has a website, I think it's great to get Japanese-made Fenders. Yes, of course. They still do. graphite. They still do. Yeah. GNC make a Japanese what? Ninja Fender would be a good product. Michael MC, have you tried the cork? No, I have not. Good guitars. Yes, John, we felt it with you. John is probably responsible for more guitars and pedal sales than it doesn't. No. I was talking to someone the other day, and I think I spoke about this many times in the live stream, that I'm not a real good guitar player. In fact, I suck at guitar. There are so many guitar players out there that are really good. You know, what I can say for myself is that I just love music, you know, and I play music, you know. Being a technician, being someone who can read and shred and do all sorts of intricate things, I'm not the person. There are many of them out there, you know, technically flawless, you know. I'm not a really good guitar player. I play like out of 100%, I play like 85 to 90% from here, not from here, and that's what makes me different. I think doesn't make me better, you know. I don't think I can cut it when I'm compared, or you know, sit up next to a really great guitar player who's technically like above me, you know. But for those of you guys out there who want school like me, who are like being overwhelmed by all these technical giants out there, I think what is important is that we need just to play the music, just play the music, and not get too caught up in the lines and scales and emotes and all that. You know, coming from me, yeah, of course, you know, you guys will go, yeah, because he's not school, he'll probably say stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not school, but I've been around. I've been around, and I can tell you that I concur with what Steve Lucas has said, you know, in one of the interview. He says that 80% of his session are mostly just rhythm playing. You know, get your rhythm chops going, and once you get that going, you know, the solos and all that will just come naturally. Just depend on how you're listening to your music and how you're playing along with the music. Again, I stress that when I was growing up as a guitar player, back when I was 18, 19, all the way to 23 years old, I was playing along with records, you know, with vinyl records, and I would be like putting on my headphones, and I was just jamming along and trying to work out parts that I'm hearing with my own ears. There's no transcription, there's no book for me to follow. I'm probably playing the chords all wrong, which I did, you know, but you know, just to get the hang of it, the rhythm, that's the most important thing. A lot of guitar player can play all sorts of stuff, but when it comes to like basic groove, we're not talking about all those weird time signatures, or just basic grooving, they fail, you know. And they will get better in time, because all of us do get better in time. So there are monster guitar players out there, and don't let it discourage you. You know, that's what I want to say. Mark, if you're ever in the States and gonna be in Michigan, it would be great to meet you in person, to see you play with your band. Maple syrup. Only person who likes maple syrup in my home, in my family, is my son. He loves maple syrup. Homer Jones, how are you? A big fan of the channel. You always play the nicest intros in your videos. Big love from Canada. Thank you so much, Homer. Night walking. Have you ever come to Amsterdam, the Netherlands? You can contact me. Okay, I will organize some gears for you to try. Oh, sure thing, man. That's another one in my bucket list. Like, you know, going to Amsterdam, and yeah, basically going to Sweden, Amsterdam. What's the other place that I really like? What's that place called? I just skipped my mind. Well, the Scandinavian countries, basically. I just love to go there, you know, one day. Homer Joe, just because there are plethora, you know, nice and nice. Yeah, I know what he means, but I seldom use these words. plethora of great guitarists doesn't take away from your abilities. Your melodies and technique is very good. Thank you so much, Homer. David K. Behave, John. Your playing is amazing and doesn't have to be the most technical. It comes from emotion that is so much more enjoyable. John, the playing from the heart is playing that can be listened to without being background. You actually take the time to listen to it. Joseph Daniels, your jamming has helped me find my sound. I don't care so much about skill as I do be involved with what. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Is like I was intimidated back when I was in my mid-20s, where I started playing in clubs, and I knew that I cannot compare to some of the cats that I'm playing with, you know. But then at the same time, I found out that I was intimidating people around me, which is like ridiculous, which is totally unheard of. You know, I never expected it because I found that hey, there are people who are listening to me, and great players, you know, better players than me, who are listening to the one I'm playing and coming to me and asking me for advices and tips. And I'm flabbergasted. I'm going like, dude, I'm not the right person to ask, because I know nothing. You know, I know nuts, and I don't want to come across as arrogant and not wanting to share. But you know, truth of the matter is, I just felt inadequate way back then. You know, and even now, like, you know, especially when I started a YouTube channel and I'm like listening to a whole lot of players out there, I'm going, boy, you know, when I first heard Steve Vai play, I just wanted to give up playing guitar. That's it. I just want to call it quits, and heck, I'll play the accordion. I'll go and learn the accordion or something. I'll learn the erhu, you know, because that guy just blew me away. You know, I thought Steve Lukather was like the monster, but Steve Vai is another breed. And now you got Guthrie Govan. Oh my good lord, you know. So these guys are all really good with everything. With what I was talking about, they play the music. They are technically flawless, you know. So you get all these guys to look up at and learn from. And I learned a whole lot of stuff from this guy. I learned a whole lot from Steve Vai, from Guthrie Govan, you know. Things that he does, you know, what we see, what we hear, we try to duplicate them if we can. Try to get the technique down to where it suits us, and not just to do it for the sake of copying, but do it because you want to incorporate that style into your style of playing. And that's the thing that a lot of young guitarists, especially the ones who are starting to learn guitar, they struggle with that. But I always tell my students, like, you know, when you listen to a piece of music, good, you know, if you want to learn certain things and you're impressed by a certain guitar player, then learn what you can from that person, but incorporate what you learn or what you picked up from this person, or what you duplicate or clone into your style of play, because you cannot sound like him, because what's the point? You know, what's the point of sounding like Guthrie Govan when you're not Guthrie Govan? What's the point of sounding like Steve Vai when you're definitely not Steve Vai? And you need to forge your own signature sound. And that's just part of the equation. If you're just talking about playing style, there's the sound, the tone, how you approach that piece of music. We're talking about a whole lot of components here. So, something to think about. Yeah. Mike, John Mayer would say that's absolutely okay when you play from your heart without any theory in mind. Gus, John, I'm a huge Eddie Van Halen fan, and I still love stopping by. Oh, thank you so much. Eddie Van Halen is another monster, because he's like known for his, you know, whammy bar and double tapping and whatever, but he's got the chop, man. He's so good rhythmically, and his lines are all so melodic, you know. Yeah. Rick, have you ever go to Liverpool, the cabin? No. What you talking about, the physical Liverpool in England, or what you talking about, Rick? Dennis, I will refer to music on sheet to get the melody, but let my heart do the rest. Oh, cool. Drew Lawrence, hi John, I think your playing is much love from Somerset, England. Aye, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ra Max of Omega. Yo. Got a nice name there. Guthrie is one guitarist to rule them all. Yeah, definitely, most definitely. John, I'm an audio engineer by trade and a guitar player, and you, my man, are doing exactly what I wish I could do, playing and record guitar for a living. Thank you, guys. I used to record, I used to do sessions by myself. You could beat that. Or sometimes we get producers from Taiwan. This is back in the days, back in the early 90s and mid 90s. And I would be the engineer because, they would come to my studio to record. And I'm employed by the studio as an engineer. So I was the recording engineer. At the same time, I'm the session guitar player. So if I'm blessed, I would have my colleague recording me. But sometimes I don't want my colleague to record me because I have certain colleagues that doesn't work too well. So they get really impatient and they want to go home and clock out and and stuff like that. So sometimes I would say, okay, I'll record myself, and all I need is a foot switch, the FS1, the Roland foot switch. And we used to use the the Otari. I forgot the model. It's a 24-track Otari tape recorder. So the master remote, you can actually hook down the FS1 to kind of punch in and punch out with your leg. So that was what I would do. And the producer would be sitting beside me, and I would be like, recording the parts, and you say, okay, we will do this, and do this, and I'll just do. And it's great because I get to do punch in and stuff like that, and get the sound that I want. All great fun, and it's productive. It's really productive because I don't have to feel sorry for my colleague or for another engineer because they are punching in and out. I don't have to kind of wait for the engineer to do certain things because I know what I'm doing. I know when to punch in 2 bars back. We used to do that, like hit the rewind button, and we know that how long we're gonna hold it for a couple of bars. So I was trained in that. We were even trained how to punch in between. I'm sure Dennis would know, and Gus, you would probably know. In the old days, we used to punch in between the metronomes, like 1, 2, up, just punching in and then punching out. We used to do all that, and the buttons would fly from the remote because we'll be doing this. But those are great times, and recording with analog is something else. We don't get that nowadays. Everything is that digitalized. We don't have the warm tape sound anymore. So anyway, David K, next time you're in UK playing or just coming over, it'd be great to jam with you. You're such a genuine guy, which is a rare thing nowadays. Sure thing, David. If I do get over there, I'm just waiting to do a gig in London, with Eric, with my brother Eric, because I know there's a market there for him. But I cannot find a good concert promoter in England. If you guys have one, let me know. Preferably for the Chinese audience. We used to have one that was from Liverpool. He stays in Liverpool. He's from mainland China. He migrated to England, so he was the main promoter at the time for Ame. I'm just dying to get over to England because I miss England so much. I miss London actually. I just miss walking around London, even though it's raining or whatever. Yeah, so much. The whole vibe is so different. And I haven't been to Liverpool. Right? I've been to the EMI office. I don't. Did I went to Abbey Road? I don't know. I can't remember where I went to Abbey Road. I stayed in a hotel that's near the EMI office. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Liverpool. I would love to go to Liverpool. Technique without soul means nothing. All great cats that do have great technique made it because they got X factor, not because of their technique. Personality and soul goes over everything. Mark, your playing makes me want to learn. Whoa, electric style. Your style is so pleasing to listen to. You're a true blessing. Thank you so much. Liverpool, the camp. Oh, the place where the Beatles. Hey, no, I haven't been there. Carbell, I saw a clip twin solo with my godson. Sound very cool. Can I hear the whole song somewhere? Whole song? Yeah. uno momento. David K, regarding concept promo, I have a search and speak to some of my contacts and see if anything. Yeah, do that, Kai. Do that, David. You know, it'd be great. Okay, let me give you the link to that song. In a second. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you the link right here. So there's a history about this song. Well, not really a history. This was arranged by a friend of mine called Ming. This is back in the mid '90s. Yeah, midnight. Probably near the end of, towards the end of the '90s, and it's a great song and it's a great arrangement. So I used to have this what you call that? We were supposed to do a solo, right? And this is like a whole chunk of, I think it's about 16 bars. And I need to fill in the solo with the music context, and there's a whole lot of chords going on. It's like really mind-boggling. And when I was presented with this idea to do a solo, I was going like, dude, this is like so hard. But I persevered. I think I spent like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours doing that solo, including the harmony and everything, working out the lines, and it turned out great. And this is one of my favorite, my personal favorite solos for all the recordings that I've done, the sessions that this is my favorite solo. So, and to have it, again, playing it live with my godson Marcus, that's like a blast. So yeah, that's the story of about this song. Yeah. Thank you, Callie. Metata or a European tour would be nice. Yeah, but we have to cater to the Chinese audience. So that's the caveat. That is, I guess I remember the old analog where you had to do the tricks with 10 times the number of patch cables. Hey, I got a patch bay here. In case you haven't seen, or you can't see it, it's right here. I have an old school patch bay right here, which I don't use anymore. David, do you have any suggestion for? Sorry, where's my mouse? Where did my mouse go to? Okay, sorry. Yeah, you were saying. Do you have any suggestion for boutique or just great P90 pickups? I'm wanting to swap one out for my Les Paul Jr. Got some 50 wirings, so I really just can't decide to pick up. You can try Seymour Duncan's, but I'm trying to stay away from Seymour Duncan's. After going through a whole bunch of them, I just find that they have this distinct sound. But if you're okay, because I was thinking of getting my my 4节 5th anniversary Telecaster. I was thinking of changing my bridge pickup to a stack, to a Seymour Duncan. I was contemplating on the newly released Purdy Gates for Teddy, So it's basically a mini humbucker. But I'm still thinking about it, So I know that I know for a fact that Seymour has its own distinct twang to it. So if you're trying to get away from that, and then there are other pickups to look for. P90s is easy to find. I mean, there are so many makers out there. You can take a look. I think Bare Knuckles do that too. If I'm not mistaken, Paul makes really good P90s, and they come in with the wooden pickup cover too if you want to. Schecter also has very nice P90 pickups. So these are a couple of companies that you can look at, because if you want a different take. There you go. Logify likes the Seymour Duncan sound. Yeah, it has a different twang to it, which I kind of like it. But sometimes you just want to get away from it. Yeah, so right now I do not have any Seymour Duncan. Do I have a Seymour Duncan pickup equipped? I don't think I have it anymore. Most of them are in my my Harley Bentons. Yeah, so my Harley Bentons have a lot of Seymour Duncan pickups. It's how I knew about them and how I learned, how they sound like, what's the characteristics like, So, yeah. Hi, Jazz. How are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Rick, what do you think of all the amp simulation that we have today? I think they are great. I think it gets better and better. I was already impressed with what Line 6 had way back in 2000. What has come at, the constant update for the Helix is like crazy. Talk about bang for buck. This is like, the Helix is a worthwhile investment, and that's the thing about Line 6. I really tip my hat over for them. They're so passionate in what they do. And then there are the other companies like Kemper, the Facto, the Neuro DSP, the Core Quartex, and all these various other companies. These are companies that that you might want to take time to look at their products, because they're really interesting, because they have really nice simulation of amps and cabinets. I'm particularly impressed with Kemper. I'm a Kemper fan, but I'm a Line 6 Helix diehard fan. So I like what Kemper is doing in terms of simulation of amps and cabs, but what they're lacking is the effects department, and that's where Helix actually shine a lot. They have great effects, and they're constantly updating this stuff. So it's kind of a hard act to beat in many ways. I'm sure some of you might disagree. It doesn't matter. Some of them would swear by the Neuro Cortex, the Quad Cortex. So it's up to you, your individual taste, and how you tweak whatever settings you have. And a lot of people, especially my students, there's another product which I forgot to highlight to you guys. A lot of them actually highlight to me their problems in tweaking and getting a sound. And a lot of them have that problem because they do not have the opportunity to play with a real live amp. Like we're talking about amp with the 4-band of EQ, like the bass, the mid, the treble, and the brightness. They don't have the opportunity to play with a tube amp, and hear how the tube gets saturated, the saturation of the amp, how it's been driven to the edge, and the creamy sound. Like for example, if you hit a chord in the DeVille, oh man, that's what got me with the Fender DeVille Hard Rock. Every time I just play a simple chord, whether be it a Strat, be it a Telecaster, be it a Les Paul, oh man, you hear it. Same with the JCM 800, the Marshall JCM 800, or even with the 5150, the PV 5150. You can hear that you can actually feel your bone rattling. which is not a good thing. But anyway, yeah, you know what I mean. So a lot of them do not have the opportunity to play with all these amps, so they have a problem to kind of like um, uh, understand what is tone all about, and they get confused after a while. And once they're dependent on the digital format, the digital domain is totally different from the analog domain. Whether how close they come is still different. It's like it's like drinking coffee and drinking decaf. Yeah, right. So it's just different. It might taste the same, but it's just different. But they're coming really close these days. They are improving by leaps and bounds. So sometimes in a blind test, you can actually tell the difference. And that's the beautiful part of it. But mind you, there are a lot of companies out there who comes up with the cheaper, the more affordable models. Those that are like multi effect stuff and all that. But you got to know that they are also good. Like I'm really impressed with what Nurex came up with for the Trident. Yeah, there's limitations because of the size of it. There's only so much DSP power we can go into that, and they need a whole lot of DSP power to do the stuff that the Helix is doing or the Quad Cortex is doing. Yeah. Slaps you in the face. Yeah. So there you go. SJS has one. Seymour Duncan P90s. Dennis, my brother is bringing me his old analog board. Going to set up in separate room in the window for mixing. Wow, separate from the studio, 10 feet from the main room. Going to work great. I'm sure it will. Not the kind of board to fix in a suitcase, a console. Oh. Good luck with that. What would be a good tube amp that doesn't break the bank? Ta-da! Oh no, this is not tube. Sorry, this is transistor. A good tube amp. A good tube amp doesn't come cheap. What might not break the bank would be if you can get your hands on a used Fender Deluxe or Twin Reverb. That would be great. You can get a smaller Fender amp if you want to. Stay away from those made in China Marshall amps. Even for the orange, those like small tube amps, they just don't sound the same as the big ones, the bigger brothers. So you might want to consider the orange tube amps, which are not really that expensive. But if you like the orange sound, because the orange has a distinct sound. For a versatile, for me, I think the safest way to go is to get a Fender tube amp, and there are many in the market. So get the ones that are made in America. You won't go wrong. Yeah. Black Star, yeah, Black Star. Forgot about Black Star. Black Star 2. But unless you get the other one, the Silverline. Yeah, Silverline is a great amp. I'm not sure whether is tube amp. Most of the tube amps that Black Star has, they have this switchable configuration for you to kind of change different kind of tube sounds and going from the UK to the US kind of stuff. For me, I didn't quite like it because I want an amp to sound like what it should sound like. Give me a Fender Deluxe, I can work with that, and I would tweak my sound around it. Give me a Fender DeVille, I can work with that because I can tweak my sound around it. But to give me a amp that is so versatile that I don't know when to start. Seriously, because the options are there, and humans, right? The human mind cannot cope with options because you are presented with options and you tend to like fidget here and fidget there, and in the end you get confused and you don't even know where you're supposed to begin with. So I like an amp that is simple, like a Fender Deluxe, for example, and yeah, work from there. David K, but for playing live, we need something with more oomph. Yeah, that's right. Maybe an amp with 2 preamps. Maybe. Yes, I try it. You're asking S-Jazz. I reviewed a whole lot of Black Star amps, so I have playlists, so you can check out the playlist under Black Star. They're great amps, And the thing is, for me, it's a personal thing. It's like too much options, So I like my amps to be of a certain sound. Like I love this amp so much because it just had its own signature sound, and it doesn't really sound like, any other amps. It has its own characteristic to it. I seldom use the dirty channel because you have the orange sound, which I like, but I don't usually use that. What I really love about this amp is the clean channel, which can break up if you give it a little bit more oomph. Starts to break up, and it's really nice. Oh no, you're wrong there. Yeah, the new Black Stars are okay, but the old ones, you can kind of like tweak. My old Fender 200 watt on wheels set off. Ooh. I'll start at 2. Okay, it's hitting about 2 hours now. Oh yeah, before I forget, let me keep these guitars first. So if I recollect properly, last week, the last live stream I had, I showed you guys the Zoom, right? The Zoom multi effects. So you just sent me this other model, which is the one that I was hoping to show you guys. So this is the Zoom G2X4 with the foot controller. Right. So I played around with it last week when I was teaching. Two of my students actually bought this, so I was going through the parameters and all that. It's actually quite easy, hands-on. It's easy to get the sound that you want without going through the editor. And for those of you who don't like to do the editor stuff, you can actually do it hands-on. It gets a bit confusing at first because you have this different parameters like left and right and up and down. I don't know why. Yeah, anyway, so that's the way to design it, which I think is the correct way to do it because you have the 4 knobs here for you to kind of tweak the tone for your amp, and then the rest of the parameters is accessible by hitting this switch and then going to the menu and to your various effects that you're using. So it's pretty easy to use. Basically, it's not a hard thing to learn. I'm going to review this soon enough. I think next week, somewhere in the beginning of next week, I guess. Yeah. So this is the one that I wanted to show you guys. Okay. I have to go now. I have to go and eat something. I'm so hungry. Roland JC. I used to use a Roland JC one, Jazz Chorus 120 for the longest time. They're a good clean platform if you're using a whole lot of pedals, which I was at that time. But after a while, I just I need something warmer than that. It's just too clinically clean. The JC. Yes, Yeah, the St. James. Yeah, I reviewed those. You know, I don't know whether you've seen the reviews that I did for both of them. Laksa. Oh, idea is there. I actually have a laksa instant noodles. Oh, they actually call it vermicelli. Yeah, and yeah, I might just have that. I'm hungry. I need to eat. All right. So yeah. Before I go, let's just do the usual thing. Let's pray. There are 14 of you guys here, so it's enough for a prayer group actually. So yeah, just let me know what you guys have. Any requests, so we can pray together. You know, if you guys are going through anything that that you wanted help from God, we can just pray. You can just pray through right now if you want to. It's okay. Take your time. I'll just start praying, and when I see anything, I'll just pray along. Yeah, Rick. Thank you. Sure thing, graphite. Well, don't leave just yet. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna pray before we leave today. Thank you, player Tilt Hertz. Right. I thank you, Jesus, for tonight. I thank you already this morning. I thank you for the many friends, for the brothers that are gathered here today. I thank you, Jesus, for each one of them. And I pray that, Lord, that your presence will be with them continuously throughout the week ahead, throughout their lives, Lord. They and their families, Lord, I pray that you will take care of them. Give them journey mercy to wherever they are heading in the future. And above all, Lord, grant them favors from you, O Lord, which is the most important thing, and favor from men. I pray that for those who are going through certain issues, that, Lord, that you would help them to find a way, either through the wisdom of your Holy Spirit or through their own wisdom, Lord, which is guided by you, to solve the matter, Lord. But if it's concerning sickness, Lord, I just pray for your healing touch. For, Lord, you are a God that healeth. And, Lord, we know that nothing is impossible without you. All we need to do is just to ask you, Lord. And we are in a habit of asking the wrong things from you, O Lord God. So I just pray the Lord that for those of us who are going through certain difficult things or situations, that, Lord, they will ask from you directly, Lord. This I pray, Lord, for all my brothers here. And I pray the Lord that you show them grace, you show them mercy, Lord. And thank you, Father. I pray all this in the name of your Son, Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Oh, for David, sorry. A real prayer for my dad who is, oh, okay. So Lord, I also pray for David's father who's going through prostate cancer, Lord, even though he's going for treatment. Lord, I just pray that your hand would be upon him, that, Lord, you will heal him, Lord. You're able to do all these things because, Lord, you are God. You are our Lord God. And I just pray for peace for David's and his family, and even for his father, Lord, to know that, Lord, that you're in charge. Have mercy upon him, Lord. Have mercy upon David's father. And may your healing be upon him, Lord. May your peace be upon him, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. It was great having you guys. Thank you for keeping me company. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something, then I'm gonna sleep. Gonna wake up at 3 in the afternoon. It's bad. Sure thing, David. Anytime. Right. Take care, you guys. I'll see you when I see you. And thank you again for making it possible for me to hit 50,000 subscribers, and I hope all you guys are subscribers. There's only 12 of you, so I'm thinking like, yeah, I think all you guys are subscribers, but just in case, right? Yeah, Dennis, it's something that I was going through a couple of days ago. I just suddenly had this sadness in my heart, like I can actually feel the old feeling back again, the depressive feeling, like I was lonely, and I needed someone to talk to, someone to have a conversation with. And I don't think this constitutes anything of that nature, but it does in a way, because you guys are interacting with me, and I'm glad to have you guys as my friend, as my friends, and as my brothers. And you just don't know how much it means to me. Yeah. We can look at a person and perceive like this person is all right and everything, but hey, you're not me. You don't go through stuff that I do, and I'm not you. I do not know what goes on with you. But if we can kind of like get together every once in a while and just talk about guitars, talk about life, I think mentally, spiritually, it does us a lot of good, a whole lot of good. And yeah, that's why I'm meaning to to achieve in this live stream, is to bring joy and hope, especially with God, in our presence, with God as the agenda, because He has to be the agenda, and you know we've got to focus, and as long as it's God focused, I think it's cool. We can talk about everything in life, and we are all adults here, and some of us are like, I know, some of us are really old timers here, have seen things, have done things, have gone through certain things. You guys have a wealth of experience, and we can learn from each other. Yeah. So again, I'm glad that you guys are with me tonight. Thank you so much. All right, I gotta go. Okay, I already got to go. You take care. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. All right, and a great week ahead. Ciao. Bye.